Code a la mode. Problem on Codingame. Problem where I will implement a bot, a program that plays a two-player game. I don't yet know a problem. I think the whole competition started 2 or 3 hours ago, and it lasts for 10 days. So Codingame is a platform where there are those kind of problems created every 3, maybe 4 months. I already covered one of them a few months ago, and today the new one is starting. If you have any questions that you want me to answer, just write them in the chat. I'm streaming today on both Twitch and YouTube, just like usually. And I see messages from both chats. I will start reading the problem and implementing anything in a few minutes. Usually in first up to 5 minutes, some people still are opening a stream. Meanwhile, I can just prepare my editor, editor that is built in the website. I remember that there was an option here to change the font. Where was it? The last time somebody helped me with that, saying what to click. This is an option. I want to just increase the font. Hello Mohammed, hello Jatin, Control Plus. Yeah, Control Plus modifies the whole website. Well, I think what I want to do is get a bigger font in this editor, what was possible in some way. Oh, Control comma? Yes, Control comma, thank you. Thank you, Teofra. So here, let's go with 17, maybe even 19. 20 sounds like a round number. Can I decrease the left side? Yeah, I think that should be fine. If I will have long lines, then I will decrease the comments that appear on the right. Hello Mislav, Anot, hi guys, or Janot. Okay, I am Errichto. You are watching me right now either on Twitch or on YouTube. If you miss a stream or some part of it and you want to rewatch it later, the video will be available on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Errichto. Today we will be covering an AI problem from Codingame.com. A few months ago I covered a similar problem. A few days ago organizers asked me whether I want to stream basics again. What I want to do is read the statement together with you, because I don't know a problem. The contest has just started a few hours ago. And I will try to implement something basic to show you how to approach those kind of problems. I also can answer your questions about this contest and other ones. I will mention some similar competitions, like what is the closest one? Maybe there are some Polish competitions like that, or also there was terminal competition that is, I think, still going on. terminalc1games.com if you want to check it out later. From the title I thought it's gonna be some machine learning stuff. Yep, code a la mode, doesn't seem so. I'm Milos, Overcooked, is it? The problem name isn't Overcooked, I don't understand the question. Hi, guess my handle in comments. Okay, let's start reading the problem. So for now, the left part of the screen is important. We have, I guess, some grid, because when I hover my mouse over some cell, I see x7, y1, so we have a grid. The goal: control a chef and prepare food for customers as quickly as possible to earn more points than the other players, or the player. Do we have more than 2? I see only 2 here. There are also leagues in this problem. This is a league-based challenge. Wood leagues should be considered as a tutorial which lets players discover the different rules of the game. In Bronze League, all rules will be unlocked and the real challenge will begin. There are also starter AIs available in starter kit. I'm coding today in C++, what isn't even present here. That's fine, but if you, for example, code in Python, you should, I guess, read that. And as we progress and our program gets smarter, it will advance to harder leagues. The game. This is a free-player game. Okay, so free players. It's strange that here I only see 2. Played on a grid 11 × 7. A match is played in 3 rounds, each round with only 2 of the players. Player A with player B, C with A, B with C. Okay, so in every round there are only 2 opponents. Each player will play 2 rounds in each match. A player's total points is the sum of both rounds' points. Each round lasts for 200 turns and is played with the same kitchen and customers. A round. Each player, so the game consists of rounds, and each player controls a chef who moves around the kitchen and prepares food for customers. So we can run this. Can we run this? We can. Maybe to understand a little bit about the game. I don't want this big title to be in the middle. Can I remove that? I guess it's because of it's a demo where we see some sample moves. So 2 people move for a grid and they move some ingredients. I looked for a few minutes at the other stream on Twitch, on Codingame channel, because someone already covered basics, but I haven't read the statement. Each player controls chefs. Both players play collaboratively and perform their actions one after the other. Each player will have 100 turns to act per round. Okay, this is surprising and unusual. So we cooperate instead of fighting against each other, if I understand correctly. The kitchen contains floor cells, empty tables, dishwasher, customer window represented by a bell. It also contains different food crates that dispense blueberries, ice cream. The desserts. I guess possibly later there will be more types of ingredients. Overcooked is the game that served as the inspiration for Code a la Mode. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think I indeed recognize something similar. Does the Nil have Indian named alts everywhere? Hi, hello, easy. Click play my code, minimize the full screen. Yeah, play my code on the right. Okay, thanks, Teofri. Play in progress. So what my face is covering here is buttons play my code, replay in same conditions, and submit. But I will not use that often. Okay, and now we see a game without that game name. There should be a button to change the speed. Yeah, we can adjust the speed, so now it goes times 10. We see that one player does nothing here, and this was me, or just I waited. Let's continue reading the statement. How do I stop? Oh, it's here. The kitchen contains those cells. The desserts. The chefs can prepare 2 basic desserts: blueberries, ice cream. So maybe later there will be more complicated. The customers. At most 3 customers are waiting for their order. Each delivered order rewards both active chefs with points, but the longer the customer waits, the fewer points the chefs get. So they should satisfy the orders quickly. Every customer requests exactly ice cream and blueberries. A customer's order should be served on a dish. So I should add blueberries to a dish. to get dish blueberries. Also ice cream plus dish, what will get dish ice cream. There are at maximum 3 dishes in play. As soon as an order is sent through the window, a new dish appears in the dishwasher. Actions: move, use, wait. Victory conditions: you earn more points than your opponents after the 3 rounds. Lose conditions: your program times out or your program provides invalid output. In those games we print our commands, so we read the description, what happened in the last turn or what is the current state of the game from the standard input. In C++ we can use scan for cin, and then we will see out something. Here we just see out the wait command. Advanced details. You can see the game source code here. If you want to play this game for several days, then for sure it's good to check out these materials exactly to see. Sometimes it's useful to see how ties are decided, some very tiny details. But if I will have doubts about some particular mechanic in this game, then I will just look in the GitHub repository for the engine of the game. Can we make a player jump? We'll see. Hello Shivang, hello Sazat, and Nulnul. Hi guys. The chefs cannot exchange any food or dish with each other. They need to put it down on a table for the other to pick it up. So they can pass it to one another. The chefs cannot put food or dishes on the floor, only on tables, I guess. What makes sense? Then the chefs cannot pick up the dish if they are already carrying one. So a chef can carry at most one dish. As soon as food is put on a dish, it cannot be removed from it. To empty a dish, use the dishwasher while holding it. Okay, so if we want to remove what we currently have on a dish, we must use dishwasher. While I guess also new plates we take from a dishwasher. A dish cannot contain more than 4 desserts, so we can put a lot of them. I thought that we can only put blueberries on one dish, like one plate, and ice cream on one plate. I don't fully get that. All possible cases of the use are listed here. Okay, I will read that later. For every turn a customer waits for an order, the reward is decreased by 1. So maybe now it would be important to know what is the reward initially. But first, anyway, no matter what the exact scoring is, I will try to read the input description and with my code and just print some moves that will give me any points. Game input is described and output. What is in store in the higher leagues? The extra rules available in higher leagues are: chefs can cut strawberries at the chopping board, chefs can cook a dough into croissants. In bronze, chefs can prepare blueberry tarts. Community events that describe the streams, in particular my stream today. Tomorrow, is it tomorrow? On March 9th, yeah, tomorrow you'll have the award from the creator on Codingame Twitch channel. Go check it out. I think also in their films, or maybe their YouTube channel, I saw someone's old video about some previous problem. It was a 5-hour stream, or maybe even 2 parts, each lasting 4 to 5 hours. And if you want to really spend a lot of time, you can see more advanced stuff there. I will, if someone from the chat knows what I'm talking about, you can paste a link. And otherwise I will find that later. Scheduled coding hubs. Yeah, some places around the world organize a place where you can go and code it together, but it doesn't, I guess it isn't so cool for an event that lasts 10 days. It works, for example, for hash code when it's 4 hours long, then people will go there for that exact hour and will stay there for a few hours. While here it's impossible to get to higher leagues in just a few hours, I guess, if the competition lasts 10 days. Okay, I will scroll to the input description that we have here. Input for the first turn, then input for one game turn, and then output for a turn. And on the right we have code editor. Can I wonder whether I can remove this left panel. I don't think I can. I can adjust this. I can maximize code editor, but for now, while I read the input, I need both left and right part. Is this the video you're talking about? Let me check it. Yeah, this is exactly that. Yeah, in this recorded stream, you can watch me build an AI bot live from scratch that ends up playing in a semi-decent game of Legends of Code and Magic. So this was, I guess, the card game, similar to Hearthstone. And there will be also part 2, where he implements the game engine himself on a computer so that he would simulate a lot of games and compare different programs against one another, what is very useful if you have enough time. I will paste a link just to this one. Well, the link is already in the chat. Maybe I can anyway put that here. You can watch it later if you have more time. Thank you, Geoffrey, for the link, and sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. We have here on the right the template C++ code that already reads something. I might want to change the variable names later, maybe. Here I see player X, player Y. Maybe I want that to be a pair, maybe a struct. Let's see. Let's analyze the input and compare that with this code. Number all customers. A string. First, an integer num all customers for the total number of customers. Okay, then for every customer, we read customer item and customer award for the number of points awarded if the customer's order is delivered. Okay, so let's create a struct for customer. And those structs will be very helpful because my code is going to be long at the end, and it's much nicer to make the code nice and modular with structs if possible. For every customer I need string item and int award. Read will just read both. I don't know if I need sin ignore. What does sin ignore do? It reads like white characters. Let's see later if I can remove that. Here I read item and award. Maybe I would change later to price. Sounds like better to use. Then sin ignore. Here I prefer this kind of brackets. Number all customers. Read that, and then create a vector for customers of num all customers, and for every customer, read that guy. I can hit play my code, maybe I will see some compilation error. And what is next? Next 7 lines. A string kitchen line that of size 11 represents a part of the kitchen. So the grid is described. Yes, we don't have compilation error. Awesome. When I'm stuck at some problems whose editorial is not provided till now, should I move to the other problem or solve it? Yeah, Pranjal, try to solve mainly problems that have editorials. Otherwise, yeah, move on to the next one. Maybe ask a friend how to solve it. A grid. For a grid, do I need either I will have a vector of strings, or maybe I also need a struct for a cell. Do I need it? Maybe I don't. Let's start by vector of string grid. This will describe the kitchen of size 7 and 11. Do I want to use constants? I can create constants for height 7, width 11. Otherwise, it's hard to see later whether I correctly used 7 or 11. The challenge should be sponsored by 7-Eleven shop. For every string, so for every row, just get line. I can also read it like that, I think. Yeah, let's try that without all the sin ignores. Play my code. Is there a way to communicate with the other cook? I don't think so. At least I didn't see anything like that in the statement. Hello, Miloš. Again, apparently. Can we solve traveling salesman problem using code a la mode? I doubt it. Okay. It compiled, unless there is some error. Oh yeah, I just print wait every time. So sin ignore wasn't needed. Then game loop. While true, I prefer writing just true. Game loop. What happens? Turn remainings. Where is it described? Next 3 lines. Here. Turn remainings. For an integer for the number of turns remaining before the end of the current round. Next 3 lines. 2 integers place player X, player Y. Okay. String player item for what the player's chef is carrying. X and Y. So the first variable will be, I prefer to use the first variable as the row, because this is what usually should be done in informatics. Also here, if I write grid of row column, this makes sense because I've read this row first to grid of 0. So I will change the order. Maybe I want a struct, maybe a pair for coordinates. For the player's chef position, player item for what the player's chef is carrying. For example, this. If no item is being carried, then it's none. Next 3 lines, the same for the opponent. Next line. Okay, so struct player. What there is, row call and item. Read first column, yep, because it's X, then row, then item. Player me and he, so my player and opponent. Me read, he read. Then number tables with items. Where is described? Number tables with items for the number of non-empty tables. Next, this many lines. it's the description similar to player's description, so it shouldn't be player. Either I should inherit something, but generally it should be a cell that contains something. So maybe like that, cell row call item. I think it makes some sense, because the format then of those items is the same. So number tables with items, let's just call that number items. Read that, create a vector of those interesting cells of size number items, number items or number interesting cells, and for each of them read string oven contents. So there is an oven somewhere here. Next line to ignore in this league. Oven contents and timer. Ignore until wood one league. Okay. Nope. Then number customers. The number of customers for the current number, sorry, num customers for the current number of customers waiting for their order. How is it different than what was given initially? Number all customers. Same list of customers for each round. I don't see the difference. Next number customers lines, string customer item, an integer customer award. Okay. Okay, item and award. I had a struct for that already, right? What is the difference between this and what was given initially at the beginning? String. I'm not sure, but I can create again vector of customers now, and initially those will be customers all. And now for every customer, in customers now, I need to also resize that to number of customers. I just read that guy. Play my code. What questions do we have? How is it decided who wins the round and overall ranks if the game is co-op? They said that there are 3 games, and A plays with B, B with C, A with C, and the sum of your scores counts. So you want to have good scores, and while you don't play and instead the other 2 guys play with each other, you want them to get lower scores. Sometimes in competitive programming it feels like too slow when I'm stuck at problem because of the time I go into thinking. Well, with time you will get better. How was Google Dublin Office? It was very nice, and I'm going there again in a month. Why are you writing cell instead of cell? Because it's a reference to a type, so like I want the type to be together. I think beginning are all orders that can appear, and the next one are the current ones available. So sometimes some orders will not be available. Okay, I shouldn't use the global thing that much then, but that's fine. All customers are those who wait and those who already got their order. But they will appear again, right? They said there will be like 3 customers in total. Aesthetics. No, like the type is together. The second integer is only for those who wait. Okay, so I will just use the other one. I have cell in cells, line 46. This should be cells. Play my code again. I'm going today to stream for 2 hours, and we are already half an hour in. plain progress, write an action using cout, don't forget the ENDL, what flashes the output. And now it compiled. I can use move, use, wait. So now I understand the input, I hope. I should do something smarter. What do I want to do? Do I have a dish by default? I don't. I want to collect a dish from dishwasher. Generally, to move anywhere, I want a BFS. So let's write that. A BFS only uses a grid. It should understand as well which cells are taken. The forbidden cell will be a cell taken by our opponent, or well, the other chef. So we must remember that. Here, and can I move in 8 directions or 4 directions? Move to the cell XY. Control F adjacent. If the chef is adjacent to the cell when using, okay, but they should define that 8 adjacency. So each of 8 directions. Let me create some easy functions inside that will check whether a cell is inside. 0, maybe. Yeah, that will be fine. Return 0 smaller equal row and row smaller than the height, and call smaller than width. Next one, ball available or empty. For that, I think I need a grid locally. Since this is constant, I think I can define that locally. Let's put that here then. Empty. Return. For now, let's assert here that we ask about a cell that is inside. I think I will ask only about those. Return grid of row call is equal to empty cell. Let's see the definitions of cells. Floor cells, empty tables, a dishwasher, a customer window represented by a bell. Yeah, so this should be a dot, and also and make per row call different than positions of the other chef. Later, it would be better to work together with him and assume that he will move, but for now, his position, I will remember here a pair for that, and when I read him, I say his position is make pair he row he column. And now I can go to a cell if it's a floor and it doesn't contain the other guy. I wanted to here use his position. With that, I think I can write BFS. Do Google pay all the traveling charges when you went for Google Codingame? Yes, they did. They bought tickets and booked hotels. I think also a taxi from airport to the hotel, what is very nice. They treat you very well in those international finals of international competitions. BFS, we want to get to some cell from my current cell. So I want to get from start to end. I want to move in 8 directions. For that, I hope that I wonder if I can also move to each of 8. Can I move by diagonal? I saw that I can move, I can take an order diagonally, but can I also move diagonally to cells? Let's decrease the speed and run something to see what the other guy does. He moves. Do we move by a cell? It looks like people move by a few cells in every turn. I must check that. Can you please share some interesting facts of Google Office which we may not know? If I remember some. Use is 8, move is 4. Okay. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Teofri and Mislav. You don't need a pathfinding in wood. You can just use 50 command and it will move to the dishwasher himself. Okay, nice. Until you're close enough to use it. Pierog is a square cam for everybody in the chat, please, Jeff. Is C++ better than C? Yeah, it's modern and fast for competitive programming. Yes, C++ is best for competitive programming. It's most widely used and it's fast. So in wood I don't need BFS. So let's remove BFS. Later implement BFS. Maybe I also didn't need those. Use. I write use, I guess, then to interact with that cell. Okay. Let's find a dishwasher. If G of grid of row call is what? D? Yep, a D. Then use it. Auto use. Row call, and here just cout use call and then row because I switched the order, and endl to flash the output. Let's create a variable to say that we did anything, otherwise we must wait. Done anything is false. Here I would say assert not done anything because I can't do two operations in one turn. Here done anything is true. Then use of row call. If not done anything, then wait. Wait is a function that will just print wait, endl, and also do I also want to do that? Yeah. There will be only 3 functions, so I can copy paste whatever. Now I only want to use a dishwasher if I don't have a dish. Where is a description? If no item is being carried. So I want to say if that and me item is none. Let's play my code. For how long have you been coding? 6-7 years. Is this C++? Yes, it is. Is it any good to solve some easy problems in competitive programming? Yes. Assert inside. Where do I at all check that empty? Do I do that? Oh, assert was not declared. Oh, some includes are missing. Let's just include anything that will be useful ever. Include bits /std c++h. Plain code again. You can omit the brackets in lambdas if you don't have anything in between. For example, auto wait. Weights of. Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you, Artem. Row again, expected comma or semicolon before for line 90. I forgot a semicolon. Play my code again. Waiting. Interesting things about Google Office. Which Google Office? In California or in Dublin? All the offices of big companies are very nice. Facebook headquarters, where the last Facebook Hacker Cup was, it was a huge thing. Well, we went there for like half an hour trip, and there is on the ceiling, on the roof, there is a big park, like a forest. Standard output stream. I shouldn't use that all the time. Is it me playing at all? Yeah, I'm red. And all the time I'm using use 5.0. Why is that? Okay, and now I wait. Awesome. So I just moved towards the position of dishwasher, just the other guy blocked me for something. And now I wait. What I need to do next? I need to collect blueberries or ice cream, and I need to understand that from the orders, I guess. So here, let's decide what I need. Char need is for now 0. If me item is none, then need is dishwasher. Else if item, what I need to do next? I need to go through the requests that are in customers now. Else if me item is just a dish, what is the thing for that? Where are descriptions? In input section. At the very beginning of writing a problem like that, it's hard to find stuff, and later it's more pleasant because it's just about thinking what we should do to improve our algorithm instead of thinking what to do to make it work at all. If me item is dish, then I want to find some order waiting for me, but let's say for now then that I'm looking for blueberries, and then to do choose it smarter. Else if item is dish hyphen blueberries, need is window where we give away orders, else assert false for now. Then instead of here comparing with D, I will compare with need. Yeah, this will be a like needed type of a cell. Play my code. Hey Errichto, so you're only using a competitive programming approach, not machine learning, that's true. Have you met Gennady personally? Yes, multiple times. In competitive programming, list for how many problems we should get accepted every day. It's good if you spend 15 hours a week. then it's awesome, and you will see a progress. Okay, I'm red here. I collected blueberries and I went to the window. Looks fine. Let's submit this code to just see that you will get positive score. You're overthinking this pranjal, just practice however you feel like. That's true. Often do you face AI problems in competitive programming? Do you think there should be more bot AI problems in competitive programming? Yes, I think they are cool and they are unusual. Okay. I want some here. I guess somebody on the left, whoever is on the left, won the competition or not. Or I won every time because my image is here, like more colorful. Let's see. First. So there was a perfect tie. First, second. First. Do we all have a tie? Where are scores? And let's make it faster. So far, I enjoy this game because it's very unusual. Okay, we have an issue. An issue is that here we deadlocked and nothing happened more. Here it's the same. Oh no, they deadlocked, but when I played, the same happened. We both have nothing and we go in different directions. Oh, it's a different issue. He left dishes on a table and most 3 dishes can be in play, if I'm correct. You're submitting a wrong order. The order should be blueberries plus ice cream. Yeah, I'm going to improve that in a moment. Because AI with Python is what we usually see, because there are libraries for that, not just blueberries. So let's... I thought, okay, Theophry is right. I thought actually that it's either blueberries or ice cream. Here blueberries. If my item is dish blueberries, then need change to ice cream, else if my item is dish blueberries, let's make constants because otherwise it's easy to make typos. String dish is dish, blueberries are blueberries, and then ice cream with a comma or like with space. How to print ice cream? Ice underscore cream. The thing is that now if I make a typo in code, it will not compile. While if I used strings and in one place I would make a typo, it would be very hard to catch. Here dish plus hyphen plus blueberries, dish plus hyphen plus blueberries plus hyphen plus ice cream. Then need is to put an order for the waiting, and here it's none. Also a constant for that, none is none. Play my code. What do you think about bot AI problems in the regional OI for high schoolers? Is it a good idea or they should not appear or something else? I think they should not appear because those guys aren't that experienced with coding, and it's bad to require from them knowing everything in all the fields. It's better to make them focus on just algorithms, and later, eventually, maybe in university, if they have time, they can get interested in this. Okay, let's submit again. Yesterday TensorFlow v2 was released. I'm not up to date with anything in machine learning. C++ alone or with STL for competitive programming. Of course STL, it's only helpful. I was third here. First. Can you elaborate on the problem a little bit further, and are you considering using a reinforcement learning approach? I want to just do ifs and algorithms, some basic stuff. Reinforcement is possible if I would want to spend much more time. Why is there a perfect tie here? Oh, I guess because each of us uses the same strategy. Because it's a good strategy. Battles in progress 20%, and if I do well. Oh, here is a leaderboard. I'm fourth. If I'm better than the boss, here it's Boss Yardi, or maybe Bibu. Those better than the boss. So which one is boss? I guess it's Boss Yardi. And then better than the boss will be promoted to Wood 2 League at 21:52. That is in this minute, but maybe I need to wait for my battles to end. Oh, red might denote someone who is promoted right now to the next league. And it will get more interesting. Right now it's not stupid to do just what I'm doing. How to study data structures and algorithms, read about them, solve problems. What else can I do? So what are right now the orders? Do I care about that? I can read here what can be the order. Every customer requests exactly ice cream and blueberries right now, and I guess this will change later. Fine. So now we have a little time while waiting for the battles to go through. List of the battles. There was a percentage here, right? 53%. And on Codingame, when you submit your code, it will be run against like tens of other players. Here I have 60% done. There is a leaderboard in this league, and after all the battles are done, if your program was good enough, you're promoted to the next league. What is a very nice approach, because you start from a basic statement and basic program where you just must parse the input and print something reasonable, and later you slowly improve your program, you make it more complicated. Otherwise, it's discouraging that given the full statement with all the possibilities, abilities, and complicated stuff, you would have to spend several hours to make it at all work to get some points. Can you elaborate on the problem a little bit further? Is it about the statement, or what is your question? What you suggest? Give a lot of contests and try to solve more proper difficulty. You can participate in contests. Just later remember to solve harder problems, read tutorials for them, and learn new stuff. To which country you belong? I'm from Poland. How are we doing here? 93%. Yes, I am from Poland. You will be promoted to Wood 2 League at 56. That is right now. I should see a new statement. Promotion to Wood 2 League in 15 seconds. 10 seconds. If you have joined recently, today I'm solving problem from codingame.com. You can go to their website and see the current challenge. It's a program where we implement a solution, a program that will play a game. It's a two-player game where you cooperate with the other program to serve our orders, and it's based on Overcooked, or so I heard. You've made it to the next league. Dessert menu. Blueberries 250, ice cream 2, chopped strawberries $4. So we have some extra prizes now. Let's make the statement bigger for now. In Wood 2, now I advance to the next league and there will be more stuff in the statement. For how long will you be streaming? For 1 more hour. I planned the stream for 2 hours. Control a chef and prepare food for customers as quickly as possible, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing. Oh, I wanted to read that. In Wood 2, customers can order a more complex dessert, chopped strawberries. Strawberries need to be chopped at the chopping board. It also contains different food crates that dispense. Strawberries, it also... Yeah, so C for strawberries, S for strawberries, C for chopping board. Desserts. The chefs also can also prepare a classic dessert, chopped strawberries. Strawberries need to be cut at the chopping board before being added to a dish. Strawberries crate plus chopping board is chopped strawberries. Okay, what next? Now the question is, what can be the orders? Let's just play my code and I will see what is happening. What are your usual approaches to bot AI problems? What are some practical algorithms for such problems? Have you coded them? The basic stuff is just ifs. You can think what the guy should do. Maybe when you're recruiting army, then just start by recruiting some basic soldier and move to your opponent with BFS, and if you see someone in field of view, attack. Then you can improve by making your soldiers cooperate with each other. It's just logic, not some particular algorithm. In problems like those on Codingame, usually if a grid is slow, then you can use min-max tree. So you consider every move of yours possible, then every possible move of your opponent. You go a few levels deep, so you consider several next possible moves, and you choose the best option for you. Like if your opponent plays optimally. It's a similar stuff that you can do for chess. So for now I'm skipping strawberry crate. What are orders? Are orders printed? So here somebody requires ice cream. Somebody requires ice cream, chopped strawberries and blueberries. I need to finish some order. So I will have something. Sometimes it's possible to remember from previous turns. I can do that, but the order can die, right? I can not deliver something. Where here did the guy take chopped strawberries from this table? Can I put something without a dish? Yes, I can. I could remember from previous turns what I planned. but it's easier to just make an action every turn separately, I think, because the order can die. I can not longer be able to provide this order because it will not exist anymore. Then I know what I have in my item. I must be able to read a string and split it by hyphens. So set of strings, right? Or vector, maybe a set. Split of string s. Maybe there is a function like that in C++, but it's easy to code myself. What I want to get is from, for example, dish, was it with hyphens? Yeah, from dish, ice cream, and blueberries. I want to get a set with strings dish, then ice cream, then blueberries. How to do that? Let's create a set. Here this will be a long name. A set, how to call it? Like names. At the end I will return names. From 0 to the length. If long name of I is hyphen, previous, this is what it's called, hyphen, I think so. From -1, no, from -1. Then I take names insert. Now long name substring or something like that. From, let's see how to use it. C++ substring. Substring from position and then length. Here previous hyphen +1 and then length I minus previous hyphen -1. I'm not sure. And then we do I is what? Previous hyphen is I. Let me do that up to the length, and here I will say if I is equal to the length or that, because at the end I also want to cut the last piece. Let's check the logic here. Set of strings S is split of that dish ice cream blueberries. Dish ice cream blueberries. Blueberries should be with hyphen 2. And let's print them just to see if my function works. Set does not name time. Again, I must include everything. Include bits /std c++.h, what includes almost everything that I can need. It's split it into blueberries, dish, and ice cream. Cool. It works. Just here in a comment I wanted a hype. HYPHN, okay. It's okay, I think so. I split, okay. Now when I read something, I have something on me already, maybe if I have nothing, if none, then take a dish. Otherwise, else, I have something on a dish already. Let's try to find an order that contains all of that. Iterate over customers. For customer in customers now. Let me increase the font because it changed back. I don't know why. Maybe when I changed the league, it was decreased. Where was I? Yeah, if none, then take a dish. Otherwise, go through customers, and if what I have on a dish is a subset of what they want, so if customer dot item, if contains customer item, so has as a subset me dot item, then this is an order that I want to do. If customer item, now item should be a set. Yeah, I think so. Here I'm changing item to set of strings. Here as well, set of strings. Read will be string s, sin item, sin s and award, and item should be split of s, of the long name. The same here. String s, read s, item is split of s. Now I can't compare with none. Here I want to check, compare with set of strings none. That's fine. Contains, a function contains. For two contains const set of string a, const set of string b. For everything, I'm using constant reference to make it slightly faster. For everything in B, if a find of B is equal a and, what means isn't in A, then return false, return true. Actually, it shouldn't be contains, but it's like has it as a subset, but doesn't matter much. If contains, then I want this. If it's equal, then need is the end where we leave a dish. Otherwise, let's find the requirement. Else, for everything, so the ingredient in customer item, in what they want, if me item find of this ingredient, maybe the easier version of checking that is count. If not count, then go for that. So here choose a letter, and we'll removing everything else. What we want is usually the first letter. Here I would say that need is ingredient of 0, unless it's chopped strawberries. If need is C, so chopped strawberries, and not me item count of strawberries, then need is strawberries first. Otherwise we'll go to see what is chopping board. Now a constant for strawberries, and I think we're good to go. Play my code. I hope now I just check what should be needed and I go for that ingredient. If those are chopped strawberries, I will try to create them. Something is wrong. It was not declared. So I messed up with that previous hyphen. Yeah, a typo here. Play my code. What is still a bad thing is that maybe I'm overwriting something here, but I think that's fine. Not sure about it though. If contains customer need, so let's break here. Let's take the first order, that is okay. A find isn't in A. A find B. I wanted to A find X check, but also let's use count because it's easier. If not A count X, which means X isn't in A. Play my code again. PH is F sound. Okay, so hyphen. Thank you a lot. I will learn something too. Is making streams tiring for you? Making a 2-hour-long stream is not tiring. I did recently a stream for 7 hours, then it was harder. If need is C and something. If need, yeah. By the way, if I compile that locally in my ID, I would be warned. But here I have an important mistake. I should compare, not replace. And this would always be true because C is not 0. So thank you a lot, Artum. Thanks, guy. Thanks, man. Then the C++ still has no split function, only in boost. Yeah, that's bad. Good catch. Yeah. So streams actually cannot take strawberries while holding dish. Oh, I can't take strawberries on a dish. So I need to rearrange that. If I do something on a stream, it's easier for someone to catch a mistake. It's possible that someone will catch my mistake. So it's actually helpful in stuff like coding a solution for a problem. I need to change that. If customer item is me item, then this is true. If none, then this shouldn't be true. Else, let's remove this completely. Maybe if something is none in split, where is my split? If long name is consists of only none, let's replace that with an empty string. So if long name is none, return an empty set. Otherwise, I don't want to say that I need something that is none, because I will not find that anywhere on the grid or in orders. Now go through customers. If I have a subset of what is needed, this will be bad for strawberries, because strawberries aren't treated. If I have strawberries on a hand and order contains chopped strawberries, this would be treated as false. Let's fix that in a moment. Then if it's the same thing, then go to leave the order. Otherwise, what? For every ingredient, maybe first, if customer item count of chopped strawberries, chopped plus hyphen plus strawberries, and not me item count strawberries, that will become ugly, strawberries, and not me item count chopped strawberries, then need is strawberries. Instead of a dish even. Next, if I have strawberries, how does it look like? What happens next? When I have strawberries, I want to go to a chapboard and then to leave them on a table. So let's make a big if for what if that order contains chopped strawberries. If I don't have strawberries or chopped strawberries, then need is strawberries. Otherwise, if that's much more complicated. Does hacking in programming mean finding a test case which your program can't handle? No, not really. Generate for other people's problems, not yours. Topcoder 2. Does unhackable programs exist? It's hard to define what is unhackable. Hi Errichto. Hello Nicola. Welcome to the stream. How do I want to do it and be able to later, when new things will appear, not to have an ugly code? For chopped strawberries, I should first go to get strawberries, then chop them, then leave on a table somewhere, then get a dish, find chopped strawberries somewhere, Let's see what people do. Yeah, they leave strawberries anywhere on the table. Okay. Let's just always try to fix the same order. What happens when the order is not fulfilled? I want to see if it's possible that I will start preparing something, but then it will disappear. But it never happens in this game. I guess at least that here I see the award plus like something extra. Maybe let me read the statement. Is it possible that the order will disappear? What does change face intercoder mean? You can, for any website, you can try to find their like rules to find the answer for that. Also try Googling it before asking a question. Strawberries need to be caught. Orders. My question right now is, can an order disappear? It can if my opponent, or well, the other guy, will fulfill that order. Let's think about this. Cell, row, column, customer, award. Let's always try to fulfill one order then. So let's plan for that. Maybe the last one will be fine. Don't anything, customer. So instead of iterating here, I will just take the last one. And I will make a series of ifs. So customer goal is customers now dot back. What is the last order? If goal if goal item count chopped strawberries then what I need is get strawberries, go to chopping board, leave it on a table, then get a dish. If I anyway have, if I already have chopped strawberries on a dish, then nothing should happen. And me, let's create some constants. Chopped is chopped, then CS will be chopped plus strawberries. Because I'm using this a lot, so now just check for CS. Also for an item or a customer, let's create a function contains string s, which will return whether item find of s is different than item of end. This checks whether this set of strings contains string s. Okay, now the code should be easier to write. If goal contains CS and not me contains CS, then check if there are chopped strawberries lying somewhere on the table. So go through, how are they called? Items. Items. Cell. This should be more like item. Item laying somewhere on the ground. This should be item. Now let's try to find those chopped strawberries already lying on the ground, well, on the table. For item in items, if item dot what, so what does item have? It's a set of strings. Number table of items. Yeah, so split. This also should have a contains. Just here item. Yeah, that's fine. The question is whether item contains chopped strawberries. It actually should be a set that only contains chopped strawberries, just lying on the table. Item dot s, or whatever the set is called. Item dot item. That's a bad name. Whatever. Item.item is equal to just a set containing chopped strawberries. If there are chopped strawberries somewhere on the table, then we don't care, then we want to pick them up, but only after we have a dish. If me contains dish, then need is that cell. Instead of need, I will have a goal, maybe, because I want to use that thing. Maybe just use that. Use row and call, which will be item row, item call, and then break if done anything already. So I used this, then continue. What else? Otherwise, if there are no chopped strawberries, I will put that here. Otherwise, there are no chopped strawberries lying anywhere. Now, I want to create them. If me contains chopped strawberries. If I have those in hand, I need to put them somewhere on a table. The easy way would be to just do find any empty cell. Put chopped strawberries on any empty cell. Go through a grid. If grid of row call is, now let's see what is the letter for empty cell. Walkable cell, the window, I don't see it. Walkable cell, the dishwasher, the window, crate. Strange. So I need a letter for table, the thing where we can put items on. Why don't you put down chopped strawberry next to dishwasher and then grab dish, then pick up chopped strawberry? Yeah, that's fine. But why can't I do it on any table? Are you currently a university student? No. If not, what are you working on then? Right now on this coding game problem. I organize competitions sometimes, or programming camps. The last one will change once the other cook fulfill their first one, right? They will offset, I guess. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, maybe. Let's put that. Check. Tables are hashes, but there is no hash here. It was hash. Yeah, so maybe they forgot to write it. Thank you, guys. Let's assume it's a hash. If this is a hash, then... Or maybe I just change need to a hash. Yeah, it should be fine. Else if me contains just strawberries, need is chopping board, else need is strawberries. I'm not sure if this is enough. If I have nothing, go get strawberries. Go to chop. If I have strawberries, go to chopping board. If I have those, go to a table, put them there. This should be to do. It should be completely empty, maybe. Tables are only read in the very first turn. Check above. But this is input for the first turn. Okay, so here it said empty tables are hash. I would still say that here they forgot about it. Do Google engineers can give... Why do people say give? It's participate. Can Google engineers participate in Google Code Jam? No, they don't. It's in the rules. You can read the rules. We have that. Now, if not need, if I don't contain a dish, need is... This checks whether need is still 0. So I didn't assign a letter that I need. Else, I have that customer goal is my dish that I try to get, the whole dessert. If do else if goal contains chopped strawberries and I don't, then need is, let's say, 1, and it will denotes finding a table with chopped strawberries. Else, if else we are looking for something else. Did we assign W already? Nope. Else if goal item is equal to what I have, need is the waiting table. Finally, for everything in the goal desert, for string x in goal item, if I don't contain it, I don't have it, then need is the first letter of that. Now assert need shouldn't be 0. The only hack I used is that need equal to 1 denotes finding a table with chopped strawberries. If need is 1, then go through items like that. Or did I already do that here? Oh, I did. If goal contains chopped strawberries and I don't, so I don't need it here. Okay, maybe this would work. You should Google those things, Pranjal. Yeah, if your question looks like something you can read about in the rules or something, then don't ask it. Plain progress. What can be messed up? Yeah, I wonder whether I can always take the last order. And sometimes I should just forget about my dish and start a new one. Cell was not declared. Yeah, because it's item now. Yes. Then what else? 91. Play my code again. Let's wait for the compilation. Regarding going to the international finals by Google or not Google, usually on the big contests, oh, I got timeout. They buy you tickets, plane tickets and book hotel. While for example in Hashcode, it's a smaller competition, so they only cover some amount. You get maybe, I don't know, 200 euros to travel to Dublin and book something. It will cover a part of your costs. They just don't have that much money for this competition. I got timeout. Maybe I don't print anything. Or it's still expected primary expression here. Yeah, I can make that into a primary expression. Was it an error? Set of strings, I meant. Play my code. I want to readjust that. Why do you use the in-game IDE? Shouldn't be much faster to code with your own environment, but I can run it here. While for me, I would have to build the whole stuff around it to run it. Let's see what I do. Where am I? Here. Cannot drop dish into chopping board. I have a dish and I try to go to a chopping board. That's bad. Contents ice cream. I have a dish with that. Maybe the order's changed? But yeah, if I don't have that on hand, I should never go there. Let's see. If the order contains chopped strawberries, Then I go to a letter C, which is incorrect, right? Because here I say that, maybe let's see what happened that I decided to get there from the very beginning. I'm trying to finish the last order, which is chopped strawberries and blueberries. I go to get a dish. Yes. Something else should happen. Let's review the code. If goal contains chopped strawberries, and I don't, for every item, if it's exactly chopped strawberries, if I contain a dish, then take that item. Otherwise, if I have chopped strawberries, go to a table. If I have strawberries, go to a chopping board. Otherwise, go to a strawberries. It should be fine. With CRR we can print to standard output. So I can here print need is that, and here I will write again need is that. Play my code. Now there is a sync tool under settings. It's very easy to install. Okay, I will check that later, but it's fine here. Under settings, replay and share full screen. I can check it out later. Yeah, need was 0 first, and then need was D, and I have something is incorrect. Let's stop it. Need was 0 here, then need was C. And I'm trying to use chopping board. How is it possible? If goal contains chopped strawberries, this should happen. So this is special if. And if we are here, iterate over items, I check for chopped strawberries on a table. Play my code. Okay, let's see. Cannot drop dish. Special if didn't happen. It's not true that goal contains chopped strawberries. And me contains that for string x in goal item crr x space crr new line. Just a Google application. But generally I don't know how to use Windows efficiently for coding. I use Ubuntu, and I'm now on a different system. I assumed that during this stream I would implement on that window on the right. I have the goal is blueberries, chopped strawberries. Oh, chopped strawberries should be with underscore, not with hyphen. Maybe now it will work. I go with chopped strawberries. Looks fine. interesting. My guy seems not to drop chopped strawberries on a table, and it looks correct. It isn't invalid move. I thought that they must be dropped somewhere. Let's submit, and maybe the current thing is enough. And I must review my code because I thought chopped strawberries would be dropped on a table somewhere. It was first here, first. Yeah, let me read my code. The question now is, why aren't chopped strawberries put on a table? This is how your workflow should be, I think. Implement a new thing, then analyze what happens. Since we are provided with visualization, it's easy to see whether our program behaves as we expected it to behave. And now I didn't expect that I would go with chopped strawberries and take a dish. I can scroll a little bit to this moment and see. This is 150, 151. I can see that needed is dish. And I expected that needed would be, what would happen? If goal contains that and I don't. If don't need. Yeah, I never do that, actually. Here what I do is, if goal contains chopped strawberries and I don't, I'm looking for that somewhere on the grid. But if it doesn't happen, then when I have chopped strawberries in hand, I just go get a dish. What is a correct thing to do? Yep, so it worked. Let's see last battles. I'm 7th right now. Did I lose somewhere? When you go to last battles, try to find some place where you lost and analyze this game, because likely you did something incorrect, or at least you can see what your opponents did to see what you should mimic, what you should do yourself. So far it looks okay. Let's speed it up. Yeah, I don't waste time. I just go grab stuff and fulfill the order. And something bad happened. Game information. Assertion need not equal to 0 failed. Why is that? Because here is a situation where I have something on a plate and there is no order for that. I need to add battle in progress 95%. I need to fix that, and that should be easy to do. What I can do with a dish that I want to discard? Do I put that in a dishwasher or to the waiting place? Tips: the resizer doesn't work properly when your cursor hovers the viewer. It's easier if you scroll down to show the statement or resize it from the bottom. Okay. Oh, so for a viewer here it doesn't work properly. I should scroll down and change the size here. Thank you. That will be helpful. Okay, I need to add an if for that. What does the statement say? How can I discard anything? Wait. The chefs cannot exchange any food, cannot put it on the floor, cannot pick up the dish if they are already carrying one. As soon as food is put on a dish, it cannot be removed from it. To empty dish, use the dishwasher while holding it. Okay, assert. Now, if need is 0, then need is dishwasher. Play my code. Put on table maybe. Yeah, maybe it would be reasonable. I will add it here to do. Maybe put it on a table. And run. It break immediately. Yeah. Assertion need not 0. Oh, again, equal, not make that equal to. Play my code. Maybe there is still some issue, I wonder. Okay, I don't see what else could break. Play my code. Yeah, and now it looks reasonable. Do I win here? It ends in like 5 turns. Yeah, I win. I can submit again. Maybe I shouldn't have submitted because now it must redo all my battles. And I would pass to the next league anyway. Okay, what is possible in this game to do for harder stuff? Well, you can try to understand what the other guy does, and you two should cooperate. Maybe it's possible to chop more than one piece of strawberries at a time to make it faster. Maybe if you see that the other guy always creates something for the first order, then assume that he creates that. It's bad if you try to create the same order. Then, depending on the map, maybe you should cooperate more. Maybe one person will be responsible for doing something on the left side of a grid and the other person on the right side of a grid. And this way you will be faster. It's hard to say now because we don't see the full statement. And the cooperation, smart cooperation makes sense only if the other guy is also very smart. And that will be true in higher leagues because other programs are also smart enough that they advanced to that league. Right now, my program isn't smart. It just tries, it understands what should be done next, and that's it. Somebody said that in the next league, so bronze, or whatever is next, we'll have to write our own BFS. It is set somewhere. What is in store in the higher leagues? In Wood 1, chefs can cook a dough into croissants. In Bronze, chefs can prepare blueberry tarts. So just more stuff. Next, what else can we do? Orders have some prices assigned. Here we see that there is 850 for this dish of 3 things, while the simpler one is 450. And you can actually calculate how much time it will take you to make each of them, and then just try to choose the one that maximizes your profit per turn. That should be optimal. Maximizing profit per turn is optimal in many games like that. You shouldn't like mess up with other hard formulas. I'm just after the boss. My rating is here 20.58, what isn't enough sadly to beat the boss. Let's try to find a game where I lost. List of lost battles. Something is wrong. First, second, third. Yeah, I want to watch this game. If you want to improve, find a game where you don't win. See what your opponent does smarter than you do. Or maybe you will see that in that game you had some assert false, or you broke in a different way. So the website is not responsive. Wait, maybe I will just refresh. It's still 65%. You can still pass the boss, maybe. Let's see. Codingame.com. I will open a game again, but I hope my code is saved. Sadly, this game has a high probability to crash your browser in last battle. That's sad. Last battles. Oh, I'm now above the boss. Leaderboard. Okay, so let's wait a little bit. What percentage are we at? So 85%. Still, I would like to watch a game where I lost. Can I watch this? No, I can't. And again, it's it crashed. But maybe I will have 100% now after refreshing. You're better than the boss. You will be promoted to Wood 1 at 59, which is right now. Promotion to Wood 1 leak in 0 seconds. Continue. Now we have a croissant. Dough is cooked into croissants at the oven. We have oven. We have croissants. A ball of dough needs to be cooked into a croissant at the oven before being added to a dish. Cooking takes 10 turns, after which the food is ready. The food will remain ready for 10 more turns, after which it will be burned away and need to be restarted. Okay, we need to treat strawberries and chopped strawberries similarly to dough and then croissant, where oven replaces chopping board. But here we have time limit of 10 turns. The extra rules available in higher leagues are then blueberry tarts. Okay. My code after adding those dough and croissant will work, because just after using dough to put it in the oven, okay, we must add there waiting for some number of turns, understanding that oven is working. Just maybe wait for 10 turns. Perfectly, we should do something else then. And again, this is not some particular algorithm. Somebody asked in the chat, whether we use what algorithms we use in those problems. It's about whatever you will think about. And you should think about some logic that maybe you would follow in this game. So put in oven. Here I saw a guy waiting for an oven to be empty. Wait for an oven to be empty. Put in oven. Wait 10 turns. Then take it, and so then use as a, just like used chopping board. But smarter it would be to put something in oven. Go get some other stuff. Maybe in the meantime just chop strawberries for the future, or prepare the rest of the dish that you're preparing right now, and try to get back to the oven. It's bad if two people deadlock here, but fortunately so far the map is round, so you can always go around the other person. I hope you know what to do to improve this solution so far. Oh no, Gorbos Ramsey. Yeah, I planned the stream for 2 hours, and we're exactly at 2 hours. I hope you learned something new and you will try the problem. It's interesting for me this time because it's unusual. You cooperate with the other person. I never saw previously a problem like that, where you should maybe try to understand what your opponent does and try to help him in some way. This will be necessary to win high leagues. While the previous problem was just about using a min-max tree, I think, in an efficient way, if possible. Here maybe we should still use min-max tree, assuming that the other guy also uses it. Just it will be max tree. Both you and your opponent try to maximize the score for the next few turns. And we should choose orders smartly. We should choose orders that have high amount of money per turn spent on making this order. You should think about if someone didn't get his stuff from Dow. If someone didn't get, I'm not sure if I understand. Yeah, we should try to avoid wasting the time in oven, but perfectly it will not happen when you cooperate with somebody smart and your program also works. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Okay, yeah, it's 11 p.m. for me, by the way, so I'm going to sleep soon. Thank you all for watching. If you want to watch more content like that and also about competitive programming and algorithms, follow me on Twitch and Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, links you will find below. I'm not sure if I will again implement something for this game. It depends on my time in the next days, but it indeed looks unusual. What is a cool thing? Can we approach orders like knapsack problem? I don't understand your question. Yes, we can solve knapsack problem. You can learn it. Okay, guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye. Have a good night or day if you are in USA. See you next time. Bye.